Apple just pulled the most baffling pricing move of 2026, and it might have completely ruined the next Apple TV. Literally overnight, Cupertino quietly bumped the price of the current generation model to a staggering $199. And if you want the Ethernet version, try $250. This isn't just the classic Apple tax at work. This is a massive miscalculation. We are expecting a major refresh later this year loaded with the A17 Pro, Wi-Fi 7, and a heavy push into Siri AI. But charging people premium prices right now for hardware that originally launched back in 2022 makes absolutely zero sense. I was reading through the latest supply chain reports this morning, and what actually caught my attention wasn't the silicon upgrades. It was how this single price hike changes the entire recommendation equation for anyone stuck inside the Apple ecosystem. Honestly, I used to tell anyone with an iPhone to just buy an Apple TV. It was the easiest tech recommendation you could make. You get a clean interface, zero annoying sponsor rows, and seamless integration with your AirPods and HomePods. You avoid the bloated, adrenaline mess you get with a cheap Chromecast or a Fire TV stick. But at $200 for the base model? I have to stop and think. You are paying flagship money for a box that hasn't changed in 4 years. Now, Macodkara dropped a report last week claiming this sudden price hike is deeply tied to the ongoing global RAM shortage. They are saying Apple's component costs are creeping up across the board. But let's be real here. They've been manufacturing this exact same chassis and a 15 Bionic chip for years. Yields on those older node processors are practically perfect by now. It should be getting drastically cheaper to produce, not more expensive. So, why the sudden squeeze? Do you guys actually think $200 is acceptable for a streaming box right now? Or are you just sticking with your built-in smart TV apps? Let me know down below because I'm genuinely curious if the community is willing to swallow this new pricing tier. Now, if they are going to ask us to shell out $250 for the fully spec'd version, the 2026 Apple TV better deliver a generational leap. According to Mark Gurman over at Bloomberg, the physical hardware for the next model is actually completely finished. Internal employees are already testing it right now at Apple Park. But the launch is reportedly being artificially held back by software. Specifically, the completely overhauled Siri AI experience arriving with iOS 27. Apple is reportedly obsessed with making sure the new Apple TV drops on the exact same day as the new Siri features to create this massive unified ecosystem marketing push. I get it from a corporate branding perspective, but honestly, I'll believe it when I see it. Apple promised us the moon with Apple Intelligence back in 2024, failed to deliver half the features on time, and ended up with a massive lawsuit. So, maybe they are just playing it extra safe this time around. But wait, really? Are people genuinely delaying their purchase of a streaming box because they want to have a deep, meaningful conversation with Siri while trying to binge Netflix? I doubt it. Let's talk about the specs we are actually getting, because Ming-Chi Kuo recently detailed the supply chain movements, and it looks like Cupertino is tossing the A17 Pro inside the new box. Yes, the exact same piece of silicon that powered the iPhone 15 Pro. That means hardware ray tracing, console-class graphics, AV1 decoding for crazy efficient video streaming, and all the neural engine headroom required for local Siri AI processing. But I have to ask, isn't that insanely overkill? Nobody finishes an episode of Severance and thinks, man, I really wish my Apple TV didn't suffer from thermal throttling. It's a box that plays video. The only logical reason they are putting a 3nm chip inside a TV box is to handle local machine learning tasks. But even then, Core's report says the base model is only getting 8 gigabytes of unified memory. If you've been following the Mac rumors lately, you know exactly what that means. Apple's full suite of on-device AI features reportedly needs 12 gigabytes of RAM to run without offloading to private cloud compute. So, if this new Apple TV ships with just 8 gigs, it's already compromised on day one. And if you are paying $250 for the high-end tier, getting nerfed AI features feels like a massive slap in the face. Shrimp Apple Pro chimed in a few days ago mentioning it. At the exterior design is staying exactly the same. It's the same black puck. No titanium finishes, no dynamic island on your TV stand. And I totally agree with that. It sits under your TV and collects dust. It doesn't need to be 2 millimeters thinner. But what it does need is proper future-proofing. DigiTimes published a paywalled report last night confirming that Apple's new N1 networking chip is headed to the Apple TV. This is actually a massive deal for the smart home. We are talking about Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and a dedicated thread border router all baked directly into the silicon. The Elec corroborated this, saying Apple is positioning this exact box to be the ultimate brain of your entire smart home setup. Everything from your Matter devices to your HomePods will route locally through the N1 chip. This completely eliminates the dreaded buffering and lag you usually get when asking Siri to turn off the living room lights. If you look at the trajectory here, the strategy is incredibly obvious. The Apple TV isn't just a Netflix machine anymore. It's the silent server running your entire house. But we are back to the main problem. The price. I'd happily buy an overpriced smart home hub if it meant it would last me until 2030. But launching an A17 Pro in late 2026 means you are already buying 3-year-old TSMC silicon right out of the gate. If they had just thrown the upcoming A19 chip in there and called it a day, I think people would easily justify the $200 price tag. It would be an absolute powerhouse. Instead, we are getting recycled iPhone chips, older RAM configurations, and a delayed launch window just so Tim Cook can show off a fancy new Siri animation on stage. I love using my Apple TV. I really do think it gives you the absolute best visual and audio fidelity out there, especially if you have a high-end OLED panel. But expectations are shifting rapidly. When you cross that $200 psychological barrier, this isn't an impulse buy at the Apple Store anymore. It's an investment. Let's just hope Cupertino has a secret feature hiding up their sleeve, or this might be the first Apple TV generation I tell people to entirely skip.